Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be doing a long layering technique. We're going to be using scissors and softening shears or soft cuts. And what we're going to be doing is working in 3 sections with ponytails to show you a really impactful way to cut the layers in, pull it out so you can see instantly what it creates. We're going to be working with over direction, which means this hair is going to be all pulled up to the middle on all 3 sections, making sure the exterior is kept nice and full. And then what we're going to do is we're going to create, if you can see, if you know a lot of my previous videos, when it's pulled up to the middle, it creates this beautiful face framing shape. So that's what we're working with throughout the whole of this haircut. So we're going to be using the collarbone as our guide. So I'm going to pull down to there, and then I'm just going to keep my fingers there. We're just going to comb up. So you can see there, and then just going to drop it down so you can see a bit better. We're just going to cut a blunt line in through there, and that's what we've done. So I'm just going to take it back up to make sure I've got a nice straight line. I'm just going to soften it off slightly. We're going to do all 3 sections, and then we're going to get the soft cuts in there to really soften off, pull the ponytails out so we can see the effect of this layering. So how do we create a guide, which is the next thing? When we're looking for guides, we want to be looking at previous sections. We want to be looking at the original haircut that we put into this technique. This is what we do in salon, not this in particular, but we'll work with a guideline. So our first cut will normally predict the whole of the haircut. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull this straight up, and we're just going to push it in. I'm going to be keeping this middle section now pretty much straight up to the ceiling. This section is going to be pushed back to there, and I'm just going to use that now as my guide. I'm just going to cut through there. I'm just going to get rid of this for now because I've got my half of my guide in just there. I'm just going to finish off that through there. Again, just point cut, just to soften off through there. Let's bring it to the middle slightly, and then we're going to bring this up, and again we're using this middle section now as our guide. This section is going to come straight up. That middle section is going to be pushed over to that back, and you can see there is not much coming off of there, which means we're going to be keeping a lot of the length. So let's get our soft cuts, and let's just soften off all of this weight in here to give a beautiful blended look. So I've got our soft cuts, you can see there. See better there? Now what we want to do with this, just tighten up the ponytail again, and we want those ponytails to be central, so using the nose as our guide as to where the ponytails sit throughout this section, or sectioning pattern. And I'm just going to half. That can fall and sit there. And what we want to do is we want to go half down that hair shaft, and we're just going to be going in and then pulling through, and as you get to the end, just quicken up slightly. We're going to grab that second section and do the same again. So we're going to look halfway down the hair, in and out, in and out. And you can see I'm slowly moving my fingers down the hair, and as I get to the ends, I'm just quickening up just to really soften off those edges. And again, we'll just half this section through here, looking halfway down this section approximately, and then we are just working as we get to the ends again. Make those scissors get quicker and quicker and quicker, and I'm just going to spin around, because if there's any difficulty seeing what I'm doing, you'll be able to see both sides of things. So again, we're going to push this up here. We're going to find approximately half down that section. It's probably better the other way, wasn't it? Let's try it from here so you can see straight on. Halfway down that section, scissor in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, and then as we get to that end, we're just speeding up, softening off that section. Let's just do this from here. Can we do that? Actually, I've got a clip that there. Again, halfway down that section, in and out, in and out. Quickening up down there. Get that next section through there, halfway down, halfway down, and then getting quicker, 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 quicker. That's it. We're going to pull all these ponytails out now and check out the finished result and just show you the balance, the symmetry, but also the shape that you get from this look. Give it a little shake. And there we go. That is up through there. So I'm just going to wet it down slightly, give it a little bit of a blow dry, so you can see the finished result. And there we go, guys, that is the finished result. I've just done a very soft inwards blow dry using the GHD Duet blow dry brush. This tool right here, great for blow drying, perfect for mannequins. You get a lot of tension on it. It gives beautiful shape, beautiful smoothness, and really nice shine. So I highly recommend the GHD Duet blow dry brush. Again, I'll tag it down below, so if you want to pick one up, pick one up. They're on special at the minute, I think, so be quick. But as you can see, the beautiful symmetrical shape we've got here, those layers coming into the face, and just an all-round beautiful layer. So if this is something that you want to try, let me know in the comments down below. If you're new to the channel, thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.